it's Callie. Today we are starting a Persona 3 cosplay. I will be doing a cosplay group for Persona 3 in like 15 days with a bunch of my friends, and I'll be doing aigis. I can't pronounce her name that well, but I'm very excited, you know, robot girl. So without further ado, I will show you guys what I have to get started. I got this pattern from a seller on Etsy. I will list them in the description. I'm really grateful that this pattern already existed because it would just be such a pain in the butt without this already existing, honestly. Already, I have to start taping them together, which it's just gonna be a lot. So we have the skirt, the blouse, and the blazer. Honestly guys, the odds of me getting a paper cut from this are very likely, very high. I'm kind of terrified. I really don't want a paper cut, but this is a lot of, like, this type of paper is the type you get paper cuts on, you know what I mean? Before I start cutting this fabric out for aigis or just the Persona 3 uniform, is that I got a serger for Christmas. So it came very late though. Here it is. The story with this is I thought this was black thread that I got at Joann's yesterday, because the Joann's just had such dull lighting. It was so hard for me to tell. Every dark color looked the same. There was like, except I could tell what was like dark purple and dark blue, but I couldn't tell for the life of me that this was dark green. I was like, well, that looks closest to black. I could tell it wasn't black, but I was like, I don't know what that is if it isn't black. And none of them had color names on them. So I just kind of like guessed, and it's dark green. So all the serged edges on the inside of my cosplay are gonna be dark green. Alright, I'm gonna start with this lining fabric. I did just kind of last minute decide I am going to just serge every piece individually, because then I can like do all the serging at once and ironing, and then I can sew it in a different step. You know what I mean? Okay, here's all the lining fabric, and it's all serged, which is honestly so satisfying. Okay, so now we have all the outer blouse fabric, and it's really hard to see in this light, isn't it? But it's all serged. Thanks to my dark green serger thread, you can kind of see it in this light. I think it's gonna be a lot softer. So something I've realized is that this is a lot more wearable than what the fabric was previously. Like, I don't think it's gonna be cutting into me when I wear it. And then we have the lining for that. And then this is everything for the skirt. So those are all serged and ready. And tomorrow we will cut and serge the white fabric. Gotten so dark out, but all the fabric is now serged and ready to be put together. So I have the blouse material, the skirt, and blazer material. So let's start piecing the skirt together. This fabric holds on to wrinkles so hard. Okay, a little round of applause for how clean the inside of this is. I will show you again when the lighting's better, but look at this! Now that we have some daylight, here is the skirt. Can I zoom this out at all? Yes. Here is the skirt. I really am happy with how it turned out. Honestly, it fits so well and I just think it looks so nice. I desperately need to change my camera battery, but I'm going to read up on the instructions for the blazer because I think I'm missing some materials. I need another 4 zippers. I need 2 smaller ones for the sleeves, and they're like metal zippers, and then 2 for the front of the blazer. My one issue is it's Joann's, that's what's available, so we'll see what they have. I wish I would have read the instructions more thoroughly. I actually don't think I had the pattern yet when I ordered it. Maybe I did. But I wish I read the directions more thoroughly so I knew what I needed and could have gotten it from somewhere I prefer to shop over Joann's. After some time, I found the 3D print files. And yeah. Okay, so I learned that my order from Joann's earlier was missing one of the zippers, so I just read through the instructions more, and I can make the main part of the blazer without making the sleeves, but to be honest, I do want to just do it all at once, so instead we are going to start on the white shirt right now. So I'm going to get myself set up for that and make sure that I put this away nice and neat so then I don't, you know, mess it up for myself in the future because I rushed putting it away. Okay, so to start, the author says, first things first, we have a bunch of pin tucks. So center, front, and the sleeves. So we're gonna start with making all of the pin tucks. Okay, all the pin tucks are done being sewn, which is really nice. It took me a while to get them because I sewed them on the wrong side the first time. So I thought this is how the outside was supposed to look. Something about that was just, I don't know, intuitive. Like it didn't, I'm not used to the exposed like thread being on the outside. And even if I did just reverse the sides and use it as it was, my bobbin thread was black. So I needed both sides to be white. But they turned out really nice, as you can see. So this side is the correct side to be out, which I had to look a little closer at the finished product photos to figure that out. So it's a bodice piece. It's actually like that. All right, so next up, I'm going to sew the darts in. Both darts are sewn in now, and I gotta look at what's next. Here's what I have so far. The sides and shoulders are sewn together. Let's see what's next in the directions. Okay, next, following the directions, we're gonna work on the button plackets. These are the front 2 sides where it open. I'm going to interface where the buttonholes go and then fold it over on both sides, and this will just create a lot more stability. Last night I threw a hem onto the bottom of the shirt. Next up we're going to work on, this is in order of what the pattern says to do, the details for the sleeves, such as the cuffs and the other little parts, and then we can move on to like the collar. Okay, here's the first one. It isn't as clean as it could be because I had to take off the old one and the fabric got all messy, but now we can do the other. I didn't film this much because the process was really confusing to me, The one thing I regret is not using a slip stitch here. You can see the top stitching, but honestly it's not the worst. Nobody's really gonna see it, so I don't mind. So here's one complete sleeve. It would go on like so. And then this button goes through here. Well, I kind of feel like I should have gotten bigger buttons. Okay, all of the buttons are on. Here's what the front looks like. So now I'm going to go cook some dinner finally, and then they're on the collar. Okay, so here it all is together so far. I think it's turned out really well, with the exception of the sleeves being a little bit long. Also, we'll see once I have the main jacket part done, but I think I want to add a button right here. But like I said, we'll see once the jacket's done, because the jacket will probably sit here and naturally kind of do that. Okay, now we can get started on the blazer, or I'm just gonna call it a jacket because I don't really know what it is. But the step that the author mentions in their pattern is to put the zippers on the sleeves, which so far, to my understanding, here's the sleeve, right? I will put on this zipper piece right here, and then when that's attached, sew around here, then flip it inside out, which I'll show you guys. It's a little bit confusing, but honestly, this pattern is really, really well written. Okay, I made some minor errors, so they're not the cleanest, but this is basically how these sleeve pieces came out. Alright, the cute lighting is currently off, so I can actually get some stuff done tonight. Oh, that's at a weird angle. I started to put together the sleeves. I messed up on the one, so that's why it took me so long. But both of them basically, here's the outside of the sleeve with the zipper, and then here's the lining. Then when you pull it over, the inside ends up looking really nice. You could see where I accidentally put the zipper slot the first time, and then I went back and I fixed it. I put it on the correct side. Sleeve doesn't look identical to the photo. Like, it's like more folded over in the photo, or like, I don't really understand, if I'm being honest. But I'm still happy with how these are turning out. Okay, here's what the sleeves will look like. I am really, really happy with the way they turned out. They're the perfect length, especially once they're sewn on. They end right at my wrist. I know that this part isn't exactly how the pattern author intended, but I'm still really happy with it. Okay, so I bought some 30 models from Dangerous Ladies. I'll link those below. I'll try to link everything. If I forget something, just remind me and I'll put it there. And I'm about to start printing those. Also got the patch. So now we're just waiting on that one zipper. And once that comes, we can basically finish putting together the blazer. Most of it's already done, I would say. Okay, I have the headphones starting to print. This is the headband part that I'm printing first, since it's long. Let's get to sewing. I'm going to start off by making the lining, which I won't show you because it goes together the same exact way as this, with the exception of the piping. Okay, the zipper just arrived that I need for the top. Hopefully it's the correct kind of zipper, and then we will continue and sew it in. Okay, the lining layer is done being assembled, so let's sew the zipper onto the outside layer. I got this weird like double zipper. I did figure out how it works because the only zippers that they sold in 12 inches were like that I could find. Like Joann's was out of stock near me, and the 120 minutes from me was out of stock, and Walmart was out of stock. I just could not find it in 12 inches anywhere. So I got this one on Amazon. It's a little weird, but it'll get the job done. I really didn't want to go with the gold one. Okay, the zipper is now on. Let's attach the lining. Alright, things are still printing. After they're done printing, they'll have to be sanded and filled in and painted, of course, so I won't be showing that in this video. Although if you're interested, you can check out my social media for when it's done. Okay, so here's just the plain old uniform without the jacket on. I really quickly made this ribbon. Might be a bit big, but I really quickly threw this together just now. Trying to get... It's like knee length, so it's kind of long. Oh my god, it is a million degrees in this thing. Unfortunately, the skirt fits me like a glove. It fits absolutely perfect, but this is way too big on me. I wish it wasn't so baggy on me, you know. It'll be a good winter cosplay though. I still think it turned out decent, even though it's a bit big on me. Alright, so I will definitely be altering this before I wear it, but I want to show you guys the finished product for now. I'll be taking in the jacket a ton. Everything else fits me perfect, luckily, as you can see. It's just this jacket is really, really huge. Everything is just oversized about it. So I'm gonna take in the sides, take in the sleeves, take in just about everything. But thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.